Welcome everybody to the New Mexico Esports All-Star Weekend. This is our final. I'm your host, Chovycon, and I have two very fabulous casters in Oscar Caster, our professional caster from down south, as well as Coach Baca from Gadsden. How are you guys doing today?
Great. Thank you, Vic, for taking us again. Well, at least for me, thank you guys, bringing us alongside for another Saturday, an incredible Saturday. As you were saying, this finals, an All-Star finals. What are you, Pete? How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. This is fun. I didn't expect to cast until Vic threw my name into the hat, and here I am.
I mean, it's great. And now, talking about the game, we're seeing the first bans in the left side from the blue team. Apparently, Lulu and Twitch are going to be banned alongside that Gyuwon and Wukong. Apparently, one team is focusing on the bot lane against the other team who's focusing on the jungle.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see what some of these kids pick. Since a lot of them, the last time we saw them, the meta has shifted quite a bit. The championship series. So, looks like we're just banning comfort picks or some picks that people have been practicing.
60% win rate against every ADC down in the bottom lane. So I really hope that either one team picks it up or somebody got it banned, because it will be interesting to see. Vinstep now picking up Graves, apparently for the jungle. A very interesting and strong jungle.
Yeah, that'll be, I think they're in order, so that's gonna go to, that's gonna go to my jungler.
Oh.
We got two Gadsden players on team one, or yeah, two of them. So just kind of from the top for team one, we'll kind of introduce them a little bit. Playing in the top lane is going to be Pharoah Baker from Clovis High School, Alex from Gadsden. We have Adam from Clovis, and then playing ADC, Daniel also from Gadsden, and then filling out the support, Josiah from West Las Vegas.
Incredible. Okay, so that'll be. I told you, man. Kha'Zix for the red team. Also, very interesting topic. Kha'Zix was a very strong pick in the 13.12 meta. Right now, it's a little banned, but it's still a very strong champion alongside Nico, both in the jungle and in the mid lane. So it's a very interesting selection alongside Nami. So let's see what the blue team has in his pocket, because a Graves against a Kha'Zix is a very good information, but Nami is very good in order to, every fight just to get it out. Oh, okay. So right now, I have to put you a question, Pat. Is Lilia going to the jungle? Is Graves going to the jungle? Is Lilia going to the mid lane, to the top lane, or who is going where?
Ooh, I think that's a Lilia mid lane.
Okay, so
a Lilia mid lane and a Malphite top lane.
Okay.
Not so 100% sure with some of the kids' picks. I know that's gonna be a Graves jungle, for sure.
Okay, now remember, also Malphite is a very strong champion right now on the top lane. Also in the mid lane, but you were saying. Oh, and this is what we're going to tell you. K'Sante is so strong right now on the top lane. It's being used on the LEC, on the LCS, on Korea, on China right now. It's a very strong champion. That is going to be nerfed on the next patch.
Yeah, he's been really good in the LCK. He's got a pretty high win rate. Been played in the mid lane for a couple of games, I know, in the LCK. So I wonder if this might be a mid lane K'Sante. I have a feeling it'll be top lane, but you never know.
You got that one right. I mean, apart from it all, this is an all-star game. So maybe one or another kid is going, you know what? I know that you play better than me on the mid lane, or you know what? I want to play right now on the top lane, so let's change position. That's something that can occur sometimes. So let's begin with the next series of ban. The first ban going to red team against that Jean. The second, or the first one more, for the blue team being that Estriel. So both bans being on ADCs. Also, not that strong ADCs. Apparently the most strong one will be Kai'Sa or Twitch. So they could try to ban, I don't know, Lucian, maybe Jinx.
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
Caitlyn. That's an interesting selection there. All ADC heavy. Obviously, neither team have selected ADCs, so it'd be interesting to see what this last ban is. If it's gonna go towards the ADC side, or if it is. There's the Lucian. So we have taken out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ADCs from this game.
Ooh.
And the Queen of Crazy could be coming out.
I don't know if the Jinx is the best selection, only for a factor. That Malphite and Lily is going to cause so much trouble every time that the Jinx stands just in one place. They're going to search for in every fight. But probably that is going to be the selection for the red team. If the Jinx can kite again and again and again, it's going to become unstoppable. But if the Malphite can find her with only one ultimate, Jinx is gonna jump in the air and she's gonna disappear with the ultimate from Graves, or even he's gonna stop on the air with the ultimate of Lilia. But let's see now what the blue team has on their pockets for the selection. Ooh, Nyla!
It's a Nyla pick. How interesting. And that's what I was gonna say. I was, as a Jinx main, I'm very concerned with the team comp that as the red team pick. The only really time you're picking out Jinx is when you have a protect the Jinx comp, and it doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of I'm gonna prevent Malphite or Lilia from trying to get onto this team. And the full dive looks to be ready to go with a Nyla Leona bot lane. That whole team is going to dive on that Jinx. I feel really bad for her.
Ooh, okay. Silas. I mean, Silas has tons of good ultimates on the blue side to steal. From Malphite, from Lilia, from Graves, from Leona, every single ultimate from the other team is excellent in order to steal and utilize for the red team. But as you were saying, I'm 100% with you, Pat. Jinx will not be safe with his own team. I mean, K'Sante can take Malphite away, but what about Lilia? What about Graves? What about Leona? And even the way from Nami can stop the initiation, but I don't see it that clearly. If Kha'Zix and Sylas don't eliminate the problem that Lilia and Graves could become on the later stage of the game, I don't know if Jinx could be safe enough in order to do damage.
Yeah, the only issue that I really have from the blue team, from Team 1, is Kha'Zix and Silas are really and K'Sante are all going to be looking for those picks. So
Yeah,
it's going to have to be a real pick heavy orientation, especially in the early game. If you let Nyla kind of get loose and run rampant, she's going to cause a lot of problems. So it'll be interesting to see how the jungle plays out early, between Graves and Kha'Zix. But if Kha'Zix can stop a lot of the scaling going, I think they'll be in good shape. But I still worry about team fights, so it'll be interesting to see what these kids pull out.
yeah, and that's also a very important point. I mean, I think this is why Kha'Zix was selected. Kha'Zix, as everybody knows in the chat, is a assassin. So what he needs to do as a jungler is pick up deaths or kills on the early game. Because if he doesn't do that, he becomes practically nullified on the middle stage or late stages of the game. He needs damage. He needs kills in order to become that important jungler that his teams require. So in our point, both Nyla and Lilia are going to be hunted down on the early stages of the game in order for that Kha'Zix to grow. And that's where Alaxitive becomes important. With his Graves, he can put the same amount of damage that Kha'Zix in a 1v1. Therefore, he will need to hunt him down on the jungle in order to cut him down the roots both in the mid lane and the bot lane. I don't think that the Kha'Zix is going to go to the top lane. Both Malphite and K'Sante are gonna fight each other probably for the first 8 to 12 minutes with no one really taking the upper hand for the nature of the champions. But probably on the mid lane and mostly on the bot lane, I see a ton of team fights, and it will all depend both in how good can either team initiate and how can the jungle be there on time in order to collect the kills.
Yeah, I really think if Jinx can survive the early game of Nyla and Leona, like Nyla doesn't have the best early game, but she has an annoying early game for an immobile champ like like jinx herself. But so if this bot lane can navigate and get themselves into a mid game, get 1 or 2 items, and then kind of roam around with their jungler. You brought up Silas having so many good ults to take.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be whether or not this game goes to the red team or the blue team. So, yeah,
100%. I mean, and also I wanna say, I don't know about you, but I mean you're a coach, but this is the second time in the year that I've been that I remember that Nile as a champion, because I've not seen her like in so much time, and the first time that I remember her was when I was playing around with the friends and I got Nyla. So yeah, I didn't remember she was a champion all up until right now. So I really hope that the guys, because you don't pick a champion like Nyla out of the blue. You pick it up because you know how good can she be and how great can you be with her.
yeah, absolutely. And this game's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be fun. I'm super excited. I know we got to introduce the blue team, but let's go ahead and introduce our red team. We've got Joanne from Academy, and we have Minh also from Academy, Julian from Gadsden, and then William from Academy. So 3 Gadsden players and 3 Academy players.
Incredible, incredible. So there you go, guys. Write in the chat, who are you with? Who do you think is gonna win, and who do you think will get the MVP at the end of this series? This is a best of 3. At the end of the day, whoever gets the 2 maps on their side is going to be champion of these All Stars. You're telling us on one side we have the blue team, on the other side we have the red team. I don't know, Pat. Do you want to add up a more well, it's already colorful, a more great name? I don't know. How do you want to call the blue team?
Let's call. That's a good question, Oscar. Um, we could call. Oh no, I'd say Team Red and Green like the Chili's, but but there's a red team already. I feel like we'd get that super confused.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. So I don't know, I don't know.
Seems like we got a little bit of a.
Yeah, don't you worry, people. It's something very normal. After all, this is about the client of League of Legends. Something that if you play League of Legends enough, I play since season 3. Something that occurred a lot. Don't you worry about. Will be in a matter of seconds. Could be the I don't know. You will tell us we have 3 guys from Academy and 3 guys from which other school? Sorry,
From Gadsden. But
from
we have one.
Gadsden.
We have one player playing on. One player from Gadsden playing on Team 2. So
Okay. It's so
we'll call
difficult.
we'll call Team 1 the Cats
Okay, I like it.
because Clovis, and Gadsden are the Panthers, both very big cats. So we'll call them the Big Cats. How about that, Oscar?
I like it. I like it. Big cats. So that will be our blue team, or as you were saying, team number 1. So team red or team number 2 or team A. So one has the number 1, another has the letter A. How do you want to call them?
Let's see.
I hate to interrupt you guys. I just want to double check. Not sure if the client is completely fixed itself yet. I cannot see the game.
Yeah.
Are you guys seeing the game?
Yeah. What you have to do is just put like the little bar, just like a couple of seconds. How to say, like, just
Go forward.
Yeah, and there it restarts.
The bar?
Yeah,
Which bar?
The time.
the time bar, the one that is alongside the play button and all that.
Oh, there we go. We just click play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small indie company, everybody. Small indie company.
I just, yeah. I think I'm way too zoomed up to the enemies. All right, there we go. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize about that, ladies and gentlemen, but the game is underway. Go ahead. Take it away.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, 3 minutes in. On the blue side, we have the Big Cats, as Pat Bauer just called them seconds ago. On the other side, we have the red team. 3 minutes in, Nile has already taken her flash. Be careful because Collusion is in a very dangerous situation right now, Pat. Just on her tower, along against two players that were trying to catch a kill. But with John Cena, real John Cena, going away, probably that will not end up in another kill.
We will not be able to see him later on as the Kha'Zix ult and the John Cena pun comes in for that one. No, but before we got into it, before our little bit of our technical difficulties, we got to see a little bit of a scrap down in the bot lane, and it looks like Graves is here in the mid lane now.
Yeah, Alaxitive just trying to make some case against Chovycon, who is just going to go away against that Ignite from Flagoony.
Downtown.
Yeah, it was a very good one. 4 minutes in, and just saying hi to everybody who's in the chat. To Torta Master, a kiss to you guys. Thank you for being right here, because this is a best of 3 at the end of the day, and also from a lot of schools from the region trying to make a great idea of how incredible the level of League of Legends is right now in New Mexico, and also in a lot of parts of Texas, Nevada. I think you told me one guy was from a school from Las Vegas, right?
It is West Las Vegas. So there is Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not American. So.
No, there is a Las Vegas, New Mexico. So we have all the All-Stars from across the New Mexico region, all voted on by coaches. First year we're doing this. And kind of pioneering this. We already completed most of our other games. We did Rocket League, Super Smash, Splatoon. I don't know if Mario Kart ended up going through, but yeah, something cool and exciting for these kids to kind of just one last game, especially for our juniors and seniors that might be possibly signing with other schools. And getting scholarships to keep playing this game or any of their other games, and kind of showcase their last bit of skills and have a little bit of fun during the summer. So,
oh my God, it's incredible to hear that kids, or actually teenagers now, they're going to go to college, are gonna play with the scholarship right now. That in Mexico is almost impossible. That's incredible to hear. That right now in the middle, be careful because Flagoony is already hitting level 6, but apparently he doesn't want to compromise against Chovycon. Chovycon Johnson real. Be careful, there's 2 levels difference. Chovycon comes back. Flagoony just gonna flash away. Interest Kasip. He still had the little lullaby, so I don't know why he didn't compromise with that battle. Probably was because Alexi was very far away, so it was also going to be a 2 against 1 all the way down.
Yeah, and I think he had a little bit of space to maybe try and catch a minion, but spends the flash. It'll probably get pinged out. And we'll probably see a repeat game from that Kha'Zix coming around soon, especially with how high Lilia has been pushing so far this game. There's a little bit of a trade in the top lane, and the wet noodle fight goes on.
That's very hard for Vincent or Tropic to have the upper hand right now, but that Graves is very close by. Sub of in order to go away. Tropic trying to compromise down the tower. Hitting, ooh, great flash by Vincent. And here comes Alaxitive. He's already level 6. He could hit with the ultimate, but no! He saves the collateral damage. Just hitting first kill for the blue team. First kill for the Big Cats. And be careful because downtown we have another 5 mess. So everything is going down against Gyuwon. Collusion trying to go away, but John Cena cannot let that happen. There's going to be a second kill for the red team. Gyuwon. Gyuwon with the double kill. 2-1, 7 minutes in.
And yeah, so that's what we were talking about during the loading screen. Is that something kind of want to see for that Jinx? Maybe to survive and get ahead in the laning phase, get yourself a little bit of gold to keep that up. It was a well-placed trap for her to keep the Nyla from moving forward and really taking out Nami before the Kha'Zix got there. So we're gonna see Dragon get taken here.
That's going to be the first Drake for the red team. The Mountain Drake, a very good Drake in order to power up that Santa bet. Apparently, with the second Drake being from Cloud, right? There's still the Ocean Drake, Hextish, and the Kimtic Drake to be the Soul Drake. A very interesting concept because let's be real right now, that Infernal Drake also, the other one who was missing, the Infernal Drake will be incredible for both teams if that could be the Soul.
Yeah, that'd be a good Soul Drake. A Mountain Drake helps, I think, just for the small little base stats that it's gonna give you early. I think that's gonna benefit our red side team, which we still need to come up with a team. So we'll think of a team name for them soon. But that's a good small bit of stats that you're gonna get there. So.
Okay, so big cats. I don't know. What do you like? Big ducks? Could be.
Big dogs. There we go. Oh. The big cats versus the big dogs.
Oh my god, we're so regional. We're so regional.
Well, if it makes you feel better, there is the mid laner on the big dogs is from Las Cruces High School, and their mascot is the dogs. So it works out.
Currently, Chovycon is going to sleep because Alaxitive is sent with the fish. With that collateral damage, now John Cena really needs to escape, maybe go back to WWE, but without jump, he's gonna be safe. 2-on-2, 9 minutes and a half, 30 seconds, just right now. There's no upper hand for nobody so far. The big cats had a slight advantage of 0.3k of gold, 0.2k. So it's going in a very interesting way. Both teams knowing that they have the best of the best that high schools in New Mexico have to offer are really putting a lot of game right now on the Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, very little things separating these two teams, and that's kind of what we expect out of an all-star game. One thing that we noticed across some of the other games, the talent, or not talent, I shouldn't say that, the rank levels were pretty even. So, and yeah. League of Legends isn't any different. So we've got about a mid and plat level players here. So this should be for an exciting game.
Ooh. I'm just seeing right now the referral is going to be 7 on the mid lane. Chovycon has begun to have problems against Flagoony. And right now with 2 gold plates going to him, Chovycon is in a very hard situation right now. Now, Chovy, don't go for 5, man. There is that Graves right there trying to pick you up for fight. So, 11 minutes in. On the mid lane, we're having troubles, but on the bot lane, Gyuwon is 2-0, a very great advantage in gold. But Messupeverything is not far away with only 5 minion difference against the other ADC.
Yeah, that early 2 kills shows that that's a little bit more gold. So there's probably a little bit more of an advantage there than in CS, but to hold a 10 CS and 2 kills is doing yourself pretty well.
Oof. Messupeverything having a lot of damage. Collusion trying to initiate something. CinnSesame in a very impressive playstyle. John Cena real just coming, saying hi. That rocket doesn't give anybody any kill, just putting Messupeverything Collusion in a very damaged state, so they need to go away. And this will be 2 more gold plates for Gyuwon and for CinnSesame. Alongside Flagoony that is actually just straight up bullying Chovycon right now. Oh no. Alaxitive coming, putting to sleep. Chovycon being completely destroyed by Flagoony. 3-2, 12 minutes in. But the first turret could go for the big dogs.
Yeah, good dive. That was a good ult from the good ult from the Lilia. Saw the dive potential. Even picked up the kill. I didn't see what... Oh, it might have been the Leandri stack that finished off the kill. As we see Cassante roaming down for the next dragon setup.
Okay, so Tropic 417 just going here, trying to protect the mid lane. Don't want to lose that one after they just got their first in the bottom. It is a little difficult right now. Even though John Cena real, it's not got a lot of impact in the game so far with that Kha'Zix. Sadly, Alaxitive is making a good read of him in the jungle, and therefore making it almost impossible for him to be in any team fight. But now apparently the big cats are going to take that second Drake, the call Drake for them. So in 13 minutes in, 3-2, the blue team is in a very good position in order to take that Drake.
Yeah, the John Cena Real Kha'Zix down quite a bit of CS, down 40, and we know these last couple of patches is as the Chemtech Drake is what we're gonna see with the empowered jungle plants spread across. See if we get any of those exciting blast cones.
Chovycon are gaining a team foul. Be careful with that collision! How did it reach her? How did it reach that dummy? G7 trying to make a lot of fight. John Cena coming from downtown. Now hitting with that W and Rocket hitting the kill from Nyla. Mess up everything is messed up. And now Gyuwon trying to take that second kill pet. John Cena Real take it out for himself. 3 and 4. 4 minutes in. Alaxitive comes just to make an active presence. He doesn't have enough damage in order to take 3 different champions. Specifically speaking, that Joanne. Now Alaxitive taking a lot of problems. Make it up. John Cena will try to go back to run away. Takes the kill. But now Gyuwon could take the third kill. But shut down for Alaxitive. Taking 2 kills just before going down. If the Rich team took that 2 kills from the bottom lane, Alaxitive just taking kills for himself with 4 and 1 on a scoreboard of 6 kills for the Big Cats. 4 of them have been for Alaxitive.
Yeah, he's got 90% kill participation right now with an assist. But that was, oh wow. That's how you know when you are ahead that you can take on a 3v1. Oh, I think he meant to auto the Jinx earlier and ended up autoing a ward instead. But if we go back to that play at the very beginning, it was a good engage from Messupeverything and Collusion as they tried to hop onto that Jinx. Although the flash got her out of there, it seems like John Cena Real taking the bottom half of the map away from the Big Cats.
Yeah, I think that maybe Julian and John Cena Real really thought that they could got the kill from Alaxitive. Again, the thing with the end of the line, that Q from Graves, is that in the moment that it hits a wall, it's going to come back as more fast than everything. Therefore, like get dead. Careful, Tropic being ganged by 3 people. Tropic, that is that's straight up bullying. Pat, 3 people on the top lane. Tropic is literally speaking, doing everything alone in that top lane, and now that first turn for the blue team is going to be on the top. That's everything trying to take for another 5 bet. John Cena will just take it in another level alongside with Gyuwon, just getting quick, hitting, kiting, Collusion trying to go away pet. John Cena will takes the kill, 7 for 7. That the first turret goes to the Big Cats on the top lane, and now Chovycon apparently is gonna get bullied again.
He's gonna get bullied out of that mid lane. The response to the 3-man, oh, and he snipes him out of there, out of that bat. But the response from the top lane, gank onto Tropics Cassante, is a 4-man send down into the bot lane for this Jinx to go 3-1 and 4. We were just talking about how Alaxitive has a 90% kill participation as he's fighting over here in the Gromp. And John Cena Real's gonna be pushed off as he takes the Gromp away. But we were just talking about how Alaxitive's Graves, 90% kill participation in this one. The Jinx 3, 1, and 4 has a 100% kill participation.
Yeah, straight up facts. Now, I'll be quite honest with you, even as the blue team is on the lead on turrets, on kills, in by a little bit of margin of 0.2k, where careful now, Alaxitive a lot of betting more than he can shoot. Julian is in a very good position, he could go for it. Apparently, the teleport by Chovycon is gonna be a 5 against 5. The Big Cat's trying to set up for the next Drake, apparently. Just trying to take something. Chovycon with the unstoppable force is very, very far away from the team. Both teams don't know exactly what they want to proceed. They don't know how to compromise. This could be a very good initiation. They have the unstoppable force. Gyuwon still has the ultimate, and Tropic initiate. And there you go. First week, Tropic hitting. Therefore, the wave becomes an unstoppable force. Gyuwon are very far away. Be careful, Gyuwon is not in good position. Gyuwon is asleep. Gyuwon has a shutdown for the rest of the team. It's suffer heavy losses. Shut down for John Cena, real best of everything. Claiming the dive of that Nami. But it's about nothing. Gyuwon with a double kill for Chovycon. And now triple for Chovycon. There you go, an ace for the big dogs alongside the second Drake for them.
Yeah, and grabbing the chem tech early, putting yourself in a good spot. It looks like they're gonna go and grab a little bit more too and get that Rift Herald. Super close fight at the second, and then Gyuwon's Jinx just takes off on that Lilia. Surprised that Tropic lived for as long as he did. A lot of poke early, really put the Graves out of position, had to fight almost from the back line from all the poke that he took. It was kind of interesting how that started off with kind of starting at the bot lane tower. I'd like to see a little bit more wards get put out and then just kind of jockey for position. But huge fight from the big dogs grabbing Drake, and now they're going to grab the Rift Herald, extend the gold lead. They finally have the gold lead in this one.
Now, this is something that I want to clarify. Okay, Alaxitive making it for go. Chovycon in a very bad position. Shut down for Alaxitive. They stay way too long. Now they hurt. But even so, Ben's it's very not defensive, cannot make it far away. We go the rocket. Gyuwon with another kill for himself. 5-1 with that Jinx. It was a very good play. They still have the Rift Herald, but I think they overstay a little bit too much. This is not the 30-40 minute marks. The dead timers are still very low, so they can make a return very fast from that after the fighting break. But even so, with 20 minutes in, we are 11-13 in favor so far of the big cats in gold, towers only towers in gold. On kills and drakes, the big dogs are on the lead pad. I will be quiet with you, Pat. What I believe is that the Jinx of Gyuwon is gonna be the winning factor. 5-1, almost 2 core items fully built on the 20-minute mark is really hitting a very good power spike in the next 3 to 4 minutes, and therefore the big cats are going to have a big problem in their hands.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I'll take that as a caster's curse as Chovy kind of steps into the wrong place here. He's gonna get taken down by Alaxitive. 8-2-2 on the Graves. They're really extending that lead. He's climbing to that 100 CS mark there on the Kazakhs on the opposite side, but the gold quickly went over to the big dogs and then quickly diminished onto that Rift Herald play like you were saying. But the commentator's curse on the Jinx, I was very afraid, but good early getting out of the laning phase ahead. Got yourself 2 really good items for Jinx at this moment. She is going to be a huge problem if you cannot coordinate. What you have is a big dive comp too, so we'll see how these team fights play out for the rest of the game.
The muscle chow, the show by Ben Sip, as you were saying, that's a very important factor. I want to clarify this. Even as Alaxitive is a very good jungler, and I've seen how he's playing with that Graves, he's a very, very good jungler, and even better, very good Graves. I want to clarify, it's not the same to have 8 kills on a Graves that having on an ADC, any ADC whatsoever. The damage that the Graves can make is not comparable to what Messupeverything should do. And that's a very important factor. He's 1-4, 150 crit score. He's only just finished his first core item that beat that kill for. So I don't know if he's that good position. In order to that Nyla to be an important factor, we're talking about 35-minute mark maybe. If he could get some kills, he could get better. But so far, the Nyla has not been the factor that the big cats were hoping for. Alaxitive is taking a very important position right now, but as a Graves, the amount of damage that he can make is not as great as an ADC, and that could be a problem.
Yeah, as we have a little bit of a fight, it seems like we're gonna engage with.
Oh, Tropic.
Oh, and sends the ult just wide.
Oh! Someone working against Alaxitive, beating them with one pain of his life going away, and now Bean Sub is the only one who's trying to make some time. He's going to get killed by Gyuwon. As I was telling you, it's not the same amount of damage. Gyuwon taking that 6 kill on his own self, 12-15, and the Baron. We're going to Big Dogs without any problem whatsoever on the 23-minute mark. 2 guys dead. There's no way that the Big Cats can answer this. And now I tell you this, Pat. The winning condition is Gyuwon. If you want to win, you need to kill that Jinx.
Yeah, it's really shocking how they're not getting themselves into position to really. You've got a Malphite ult, you have a Lilia ult, you have a Leona and a Nyla. There shouldn't be a reason why you don't hop on that Jinx. She's got the Gale Force, but she's got everything up too right now. She's got a flash and heal up too, but now with the Baron, we'll see what this push looks like. And Tech Drake.
The Chemtech Drake's not gonna be. I mean, it's a very good idea, but it's not. I mean, like, oh yeah, the Chemtech Drake's gonna be the winning factor. But I mean, you gotta have it in order to reach the ultimate, you know. So let's see which team make the proposition in this precise moment. Either team has the upper hand. Well, the Big Cats have a little bit more vision whatsoever, but Gyuwon is hitting like a truck right now. They need to go for him in order to secure not only the objective, but a good team fight for them. You were saying, they have the sleeve, the Lilia, they have the unstoppable force with Binsu. They even have the solar flare from Leona. They have so much powerful ultimates, and I don't know why they don't use him centralized on the Jinx.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just trying to break down the fight as they start up the Drake here. Lilia finally finishing the demonic embrace. She is gonna hurt. That bowling ball is gonna hurt a little bit more. And if she can get into the thick of it, as she's looking to try to probably catch a flank, Calling comes out. That's a big one. There's the sleep and the ult. There it is.
Kill him. Kill somebody. Please, somebody. Gyuwon.
And that's exactly what we were talking about. That's exactly what you needed to see. What a big flash and Q from the Lilia from Flagoony, getting in there, getting the Lilia ult down, putting 4 members to sleep, and then Bean Soup with the ult. Unstoppable force coming in and knocking everybody up. I think Gyuwon's Jinx did everything he possibly could to get out of that.
100%. I mean, he used his flash, he used his skill. It was no way possible he could get away from me. They threw 3 ultimates in his way, and we were talking about that. The unstoppable force, it's basically, as his name say, unstoppable. When you are asleep, you're gonna do nothing, and just with the solar flare, it was impossible to respond. And it's a very good idea by the blue team, by the Big Cats. They have 3 great ultimates. They don't need them for Trope, they don't need them for John Cena, they didn't need them for Chovy. They could just center on Gyuwon, and there you go. 3 ultimates, 1 down, there's nothing they can do, and they have their second Drake. If they can do this on the next fight, on the next Baron, on the next Drake, the game is theirs, because there's no way that a team that we saved prior to this is not formed in order to protect that Jinx could save her in time or in way.
Yeah, and that flash is down. The Gale Force is probably going to be down for a little bit longer as well, as the ults are going to get down on a little bit of shorter cooldown, especially for that Lilia as she finishes the Rally Scepter. She's gonna hurt a little bit more. The unsung hero, I think. Here we were talking a lot about Alaxitive as Flagoony's Lilia 5-1 and 6. With almost 90 gold lead, or CS lead on the Silas on the opposite side.
Okay, now 27 minutes in, 16-15, 3 towers with the Big Cats, 1 for the Big Dogs, 2 and 2 Drakes, but a gold difference of almost 3.5 for the Big Dogs, for the Big Cats, sorry. That's a very important factor. Messupeverything, slowly but surely, making his way back into the play, into the game. But Gyuwon really needs to you know, begin. Oh no, Alaxitive. No. Excellent tidal wave. Excellent wave. Alaxitive buried down live. Chop down. For John Cena, I want to tell you something. John Cena is a little bit hungry, man. That kill was for Gyuwon. He really needed that kill in order to take that Guardian Angel for him to be on another fight, even if they throw ultimates at him, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's one kind of item that I'm shocked to not see come out of the big dogs on Anami. I would like to see a Crucible come out, as well as so that way you could get that extra little bit of CC cleansing going on. Maybe even a solid cleanse instead of heal this game, especially with a couple of good ults to get out of maybe the Leona ults or the Lilia ult, just in case you get caught a little bit, just to give yourself that little bit of wiggle room. Yeah, that was a face check.
Yeah, I think that Alexa really needs to check things up. That was a very poor decision in order to make, and now the goal difference is still the same, and that's something very important that the big dogs have not answered yet so far. They really need to take towers. That Jinx is a very easy task. I don't know why they have not put them into the work. Now with the 4th tower going for mess up everything for the big cats is a very good decision to be. 5 alive, currently trying to set up the next Drake. Jen Sinaril in a very good position, but being checked by that vision, that red trinket. Now, currently, this is going to be the next fight. They catch mess up everything in a very bad position, getting a lot of damage, even so he can go alive and well. But the super ultra mega duper dead cannon hitting him, taking with a double force, hitting that Lilia. Flagoony trying to go by, Chovycon hitting, going by, hitting and dead by Flagoony, and now Tropic is dead. 18-17. Gyuwon just saying goodbye to his teammates, and now the blue team is in a position to do the Baron Pet.
Yeah, and they're pinging out Baron. They're saying, hey, let's go. Super interesting. I would have thought if you were the big dogs, you take the Super Mega Death Rocket onto the Nyla, call it a day, maybe get yourself set up for a 5v4 at the Drake. Instead, you push a little far the dash and stealing the ultimate stealing the unstoppable force from the Malphite and going after the Lilia. It's a super expensive play for yourself that doesn't pay out. And we see the kills go over to the big cats as they take Baron.
18-17, 5.2 goal difference for the big cats, with 4 towers for them in a superlative. 5 towers against 1, with the 3rd Drake for them. The chemtrail going in a very easy way, and now the big ducks, I don't know what they can do in order to come back.
Yeah, a lot of it had to be, you got your Jinx ahead, pop her into a sign lane, get her some more CS, get her to those towers. The only one that you have her get is the bot lane tier 1. It would have been nice to try and get her to the top side as you had top waves pushing when you picked up the Baron earlier, or the Rift Herald. But it didn't seem like they did a lot in the mid game to get themselves in a good position. There was quite good pushes from the big cats. That kind of gets them set up perfect for here with the Baron. 31 minutes into this game.
This is looking. I'll be quite honest with you, Pat. I do believe that if the next fight goes for the big cats, that is the end of the game.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's. I think the forking them, they might be done. But this game has been kind of wild.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think I've seen a team fight go. I don't think I've seen a team win 2 team fights in a row. I think it's been I think it's been some haymakers we've been thrown out in these team fights.
You are that right. I mean, at the end of the day, this is the best of the very best that New Mexico has to offer, and you are seeing it right now. From the top lane to the support, every one of them is playing out of their minds. Good initiation, good fights. So far, Alaxitive and Gyuwon being the talk of the day. So let's see how does that go. tier 2 tower on the bottom lane being destroyed by Flagoony. Messupeverything just trying to respond. Tropic on the upper side, fighting Alaxitive in a very, very uphill fight. Now, in several falls by Binsup, taking CinnSesame, trying to go by, but there is go this Sushi, and now with Alaxitive hitting, taking Chovycon his life. We are 4 against 4, but now is asleep. Gyuwon has to sleep. He's very tired, the poor man, and they are going to hit another tower from the meteor. Only on the tower, Messupeverything taking the life of that Jinx. Now with the Nyla power up, Cena really tries to go after taking the life of the ADC, but the damage has been done, Pat. The first tower of the base is down, and the first inhibitor is going to go for the big cats, and now it's only a matter of time.
Trying to come in and that was a big time play by Flagoony. Oh, as Tropic tries to drag him in. And he's
still
live for a while. Tropic cleaning up the mess.
What?
Oh yeah, big defense from the Asante.
Incredible play! Then toughest strikes being the cheat code by Tropic, taking again the lead in kills 21 to 22. But even so, the base has been breached. The first tower, the first inhibitor has been taken down by the big cats, and now the big dogs are in a very accurate position so far, Pat. If they have another team fight, or if they do a backdoor, this game is over, man.
Yeah, and we were just pointed out how it seems like it's been back and forth from the team fights. There was a good team fight to set yourself up and get the inhibitor, maybe a little bit too much of an overstay to try and get as much as you could as everybody was respawning. I know we're barely going to be 35 minutes in. Spawn timer's not quite that long just yet for you to be able to take that down, but the good effort there keeps the big dogs into the game.
And you know what? I want to be quite honest with you. Yeah, a backdoor could be the end of the big dogs, but if they win a good team fight with any minion wave to their side, that Jinx could be the key to reach the base with no problem whatsoever. Now Tropic hitting in a very bad position on the top side. Alaxitive just taking down, destroying Tropic in a matter of seconds, but Flagoony has been breached, has been reached. Now Cena really needs to go away since he's going to be in the collateral damage of that kill. And Alaxitive taking Gyuwon. That is it. There is no coming back. The Jinx, the principal damage of the big dogs, has been slain. And the blue team, the big cats, just need to siege the base again. And that will be the game, Pat.
Yeah, those two little picks, or 3 picks, especially if it was on your bed ADC in the game. As they look to close it out. Big cats make a big game 1.
Now the first tower, the second tower, the Nexus is going to fall! And the first game goes to the big dogs! On a 25-22 game on the 36-minute mark. An incredible game that, let's be quite honest, Pat, sorry, I really believe that Gyuwon was that first game.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where we expected some of the team comp to come in and say, well, if you're gonna pick the Jinx, let's pick something to protect that Jinx a little bit longer. She got very far ahead quite early, and so it would have been nice to maybe get her into the side lanes, feed her a little bit more gold, and then find some picks to just win some fights, some team fights in other places. I know they were very back-to-back team fights, but you have a very fed Jinx trying to catch maybe a free teleport out of your top laner and back off, out of the enemy top laner, and then back off, and then move back in and get Jinx for some more gold, get her some free range to push. Because as you said later on to the game, Jinx against the tower is almost like a Tristana against the tower against that late. So,
but yeah, that was an incredible game so far. But that's only the first of this best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go to a little break, and we will right back the second game of these finals, directly from New Mexico State Esports. right back, ladies and gentlemen, with the second game of these finals All-Stars directly from New Mexico Esports. My name is Oscar, su casa de confianza, and alongside me is the incredible Pat. How are you doing, Pat?
Doing well. We're back for game 2. Really interesting as we see the Graves first ban.
I mean, it was something you see it coming, you know? That grade was an important factor in the early game, amounting, I think you said it, almost 90% of the first what you like. 10, 15 minutes of all kills in the blue team on the big cats.
Yeah, he had about a 90% kill participation going on for him there. So no surprise that the big dogs take that away as they have swapped sides. So the big dogs who were previously on red side are now on the blue side, and the big cats are now on the red side. It's a good thing we named them.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why I wanted to name them. Kai is gonna be the first selection for the big ducks. Now the big cats need to answer in kind. This ADC, Curtis could be a Phalis. Phalis is gonna be the selection for the big cats, a very good one. Maybe accompanied by, I don't know, Trash could be a good selection. I don't know, what do you think, Pat?
Yeah, Thresh or anything real good engage for him.
Naughty?
Nautilus might not be a bad idea. The Leona wasn't a bad pick. I wouldn't be surprised.
What?
Ooh,
okay. Kindred's also in a very good position in the 13.11 and 13.12. It's not as in a great position as Kha'Zix, but I think this is the second best option right now after Graves. So very good selection by the big cats. Now Maokai being picked up by the big ducks. Great idea. It could be used both on the jungle and as support, or even could be a top laner. So far, the Call of Nature, his ultimate could be a very good both initiation and counter initiation for the big ducks. So I understand why they say to pick it up. Even more against Kindred and affiliates.
Yeah, and I'd really like to see whatever. I know that the big dogs have swapped their jungler and their top laner.
Okay.
So Tropic is gonna go to the jungle. I wonder if that's gonna be a Maokai jungle. And the Cho'Gath. Ooh. Oh, wow, that's interesting. I was just about to say I really like. Oh, I think we have a mess up.
Okay. Oh, okay. Apparently, one of the players, the big dogs, has just got his internet cut off. So hopefully, he can come back in no time. But I like what we were seeing, Pat. Cho'Gath and Maokai alongside Kai'Sa. Great damage, great AP ratio, and even AD ratio if you want to go with a hybrid Kai'Sa.
Yeah, so I wonder if that might end up being that's a flexible Kai'Sa. We saw oh man, who played it in the LCS the other day? That
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Popped off on it. So I don't know if we'll see that. I'm gonna assume that Gyuwon's gonna be the one that picks that up for the big dogs. But I would love to see a AP mid lane Kai'Sa come out here and really start throwing out those W's for some nasty pokes. They start to hurt later on in that game. So.
Okay, yeah, 100% with you. I could see that Kai'Sa going mid lane. But then we have the question, what better option could be done against the affiliates, you know? Because right now, as I'm telling you here, I'm just tapping counter stats. Curtis has 57% win rate against affiliates. Curtis has like the best win ratio against every ADC. But the second best option against affiliates is Nyla. So I think we are not going to see Nyla.
I don't think we're gonna see a Nyla. We may. So, I'm surprised that did they ban Jinx? I didn't see if they had banned Jinx before.
No. I mean, it was a very good option. Jinx actually has 49% win rate against affiliates, but in my own opinion, I think that's just how you say it, just how you play the games. The champion is not that relevant. The percentage, but there is also a very good option. Miss Fortune right now has a very good win rate, has 55% win rate against Aphelios, and is a very strong champion. It's not the best right now, the bot lane. That is both Cartus, Saya, and I think it was also Ash, I believe. But Misfortune could be a very good option, and by how the big dogs like to play with a lot of team fights, with a lot of organization, I think that Misfortune could be a very good option for them.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Misfortune hasn't really. I don't think we've seen Misfortune in pro play, but then again, pro play to um, the high school scene is a lot different, obviously. But it'd be interesting to see if we pick that up. I don't know if Gyuwon actually plays a Misfortune, but I think we're still gonna see the Kaisa. Kaisa's still a very good ADC right now. Aphelios is still a very good ADC. Especially in the hands of Messupeverything. So,
We're gonna
I
go
just
ahead
want
and
to.
wait. Sorry to cut you off there, Pat. We're gonna go ahead and wait. We're gonna get that last player into the lobby. A little bit of a technical difficulties. I'll let you finish your point though.
Yeah, just definitely looking out to see what the team comps look like. That was the only problem that I had with the Big Dogs last game was that team comp. So hopefully they come up with a more cohesive side.
Definitely. So we're gonna go ahead and send it to a quick break. We'll be right back with those bands.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We had just a little problem with the intro for one of the guys, but we are back. So, Pat, we were seeing a great idea of game so far by both teams. I'm really liking what the Big Dogs is presenting. Kaisa, Maokai, Chogat, I think it's a strong front line, it's a strong champion, and a very good top laner on that chart.
Yeah, I was saying before we kind of cut out on that break that we wanted to see a little bit more of a cohesive team comp, especially with the way that Gyuwon played that last game with Jinx, really to kind of get themselves some good engage. And if you have a Maokai and a Cho'Gath barreling down at the Aphelios, and then you have a Kaisa that can ult on the backside, definitely a good comp so far. Let's see what they pick for their third one.
I mean, Chogat could have been a mistake. So let's see. I mean, the Chogat's a very the Chogat was a mistake, man. The Nami is gonna be selected. I mean, it's a good champion. It's not my favorite support right now. But I see what. Ooh,
the
I remember that Big told you that he said to the kids he was going to give $5 to anybody who pick Fizz, right?
Yeah, it looks like Vic is gonna have to cash in on that. He called it out. He said, "Hey, I want to see a Fizz be played.
Cool ball.
Looks like we're seeing a Fizz get played as we see Fiora come out as the first ban on the second round from the Big Cats.
First ban being Pharoah, very strong duelist in top lane. So let's see what Big Dogs have been planning to ban these Big Cats. I mean, after the Grapes, I don't
I
know.
must not fall.
Okay, Leon is going to be banned. I don't know if you could argue the Big Cats had another excellent champion that was a factor in that win.
Oh, that Lilia actually went. The
yeah.
Lilia went 7-1. I'm surprised we didn't see a Lilia ban because that Lilia was really obnoxious. Kind of the unsung hero in that second one, as Ornn and Mundo are the last two bans.
Okay, so top laners tank. Top laners gonna be banned for both teams, and now we're going to see the first champion be selected from the Big Cats. The second phase, support and top laner are still open for the red team, and apparently the Lilia. Oh, Ilaoi. Okay, excellent top laner, excellent for team fights. Let's see with what the Big Ducks answer.
Yeah, it's a really interesting team comp. We didn't really say that about their first one. We saw the cohesiveness for the Big Cats on the team comp, but in the second one, a little interesting. Kind of the Alawi ult and the Kindred ult, the Lamb's Respite, kind of cancel each other out a little bit. Oh, and Olaf!
Ooh, I like that. I really like that, bro.
And an
Ari. In Ari?
Oh,
How do you
Ari.
say in English?
Ari.
Ari, okay. It's Ari.
Yeah. I really like this team comp so far from the Big Dogs.
Yeah. Very good initiation, excellent damage. They go all in. Without Olaf, without Maokai, without Kaisa, I mean, I'm pretty sure that both Olaf. Ooh, that's a good answer. That's Sarah. It's an excellent answer. Everything that the Big Dogs can throw at them can be answered not by Fizz, not by Aphelios, no by Kindred, no by Ilaoi. Only by that ultimate by Zyra could be totally answered. So, I don't know, Pat. I feel like the Big Dogs have just been completely out drafted just by that single Zyra.
It should be interesting. That team comp from the Big Dogs really wants to get forward and really, especially with like the last game, how the Big Dogs had the Jinx, the Aphelios for the Big Cats, kind of on his own there, not really much protection other than that Zyra coming out and being a full disengage. It should be interesting to see how the laning phase goes because the Big Cats laning phase early in the bot lane did not go very well. That's how Gyuwon got really far ahead on the Jinx. So it'll be interesting seeing how the laning phase goes for the bot lane.
So Olaf, Maokai, Eri, Kaiser, Nami against Ilaoi, Kindred, Fizz, Aphelios, and Sarah. Oh, okay. So I don't know, Pat. I mean, in damage, theoretically speaking, the Big Cats have a better composition, but in team fights, I do believe that the Big Dogs has the upper hand. But I don't know. I feel that both teams are great so far. I cannot go to either side. In this moment, it's just a coin toss. It's 50-50 in my book, at least, Pat.
Yeah, I think the last game was really 50-50 up until maybe the 28th minute where it seemed like it was definitely going towards the way of the Big Cats. So this game, I think, will still be 50-50. Now, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Big Dogs on this one, just merely on their team comp. The one question I have for you, Oscar, are we getting a full damage Fizz, or are we going to see the unthinkable and undescribable tank Fizz come out? Have you seen the tank Fizz?
I have not seen the tank Fizz, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It is an annoying thing. It's a cooldown tank Fizz centered around Heartsteel and getting those Heartsteel stacks and stacking up a little bit of that extra damage as you get some cooldowns for your Playful Trickster. So super annoying to play against. I hope we don't see it.
So right now, man, I just realized that the League of Legends that is playing in Latin America and in NA is world support. I have not heard in my entire life of a tank face, and I'm now afraid of what is going to happen in my next ranked with that face.
Uh-oh. Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen it very much in ranked play, but in normals, see it a lot. Very annoying.
So there you go. There you go. This is the second game of these grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. So the New Mexico Esports All-Stars of League of Legends. Their first game was won by the now red team of the Big Cats. And the blue team is in a very crucial point. They need this second game in order to reach the final stage, the final game, or the Big Cats are going to take the championship. Now, write in the chat, who are you with? Who do you think is going to win? And I tell you, Pat, I ask you, Pat, the first game was taken by the Big Cats. Will reach a third game?
I hope so. It's been a fun series to watch. I mean, we're only one game in, but I really like to see a game 3. Really hold out all the stops, and really push for a game 3. But
Tropic is now the jungler, and Cena Real is going to be the top laner. Interesting thing right now. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but champions are played more by role. So I completely understand why they say, you know what? Let's just change role. Do you know how to play the champion on the jungle? He says, yeah, I know how. I mean, that's okay for them, you know? So this is going to be the second game of this series so far. The first game was, as you were saying, a very good game, a great game, but at the end of the day, the composition of the Big Dogs was not in favor of the Jinx of Gyuwon, and therefore the poor guy just ceased to exist in each and every team fight after the 20-minute mark. So now they had a different champion, Hebakaisa, that has not the best way to take down turrets, but it has an even greater, if I may say so, level to put damage in those champions even better that the Jinx so, and also with more tools in order to escape. So I do believe that this Kaisa will serve way better to Gyuwon than the Jinx ever could.
Yeah, I think Gyuwon is gonna have a good time. It'll be interesting how the laning phase goes with that annoying Zyra early, getting a lot of poke out, and then the Aphelios hopefully just farming their way as we see the Moneybags emote from the Fizz. Good to see them have a little bit of fun.
I mean, that's great. That's great. Now, 1 minute and 45 seconds, just a couple of seconds. And this is an important factor. The first minutes are crucial for both Ari and Fizz, mainly speaking, because they're both assassins and mages. So, Flag initiate, trying to reach Chovy before he can get to level 2. But on the top side, that Olaf is going to be in an accurate position against an Eloy. He doesn't have the upper hand, but let's be quite honest, only one team fight, only one fight on top lane goes bad, and either the Olaf or the Eloy are going to have a very, very, very bad time there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Taking the corrupting potion early for the Alawi for being soup there. I haven't, like you were saying that about Nyla, forgetting that Nyla is a champ. I tend to forget that Alawi is a champion as well.
I mean, Eloy is a very interesting champion. Be careful, he is hitting with the tentacle, but a lot of damage. But Cena Real throws the access in a great play. First kill for the Big Dogs by Cena Real. Excellent undertow. And now Chovycon hitting, flailing with that charm. With the Ignite, Chovycon is gonna die. Flagoony has the first kill 1-on-1, but the first kill of the entire game goes for the big dogs.
Yeah, good trade there, even in and out, 1-1. Gold almost essentially even at this point. That was a real smart play of knowing your cooldowns early for Fizz and taking advantage of, you know, sidestepping that charm. Because if that charm connects, I think it's a whole different fight.
Yeah,
Chovy's gonna pick up first blood.
I mean, it's also important to say, and right now I'm just realizing this. Chovy is going with the teleport. Flagoony was going with Ignite. That's also a very important factor. In the moment that you fail your charm, practically speaking, the game is over. He just put Ignite, and the rest is done only by the Sever spell. So there you go, 3 minutes and 50 seconds, almost 4 minutes mark, and we're 1-on-1, 0.1k of gold difference by the big dogs. That is important to remark. This exactly thing happened on the prior game, and we already know who won that one. So both teams need to center that the game is not won on the first kills. It's won by structures, it's won by objectives, and so far nobody has them in reality.
Yeah, just kind of super early. We're barely getting into the 5-minute mark, and it seems like everything's pretty even on the CS mark. The biggest lead being a 10 CS lead, both in the bot lane and ADC and by the junglers. And Cena real some more axes. You got to sidestep them.
Told you so. Told you so. Told you so. Told you so. In the moment that Olaf got the upper hand against Ilaoi, it's over, man. It's over. Game over, man. There you go. Vincel having died 2 times already in a very accurate position. Flagoony hitting with the W. I mean, Chovycon just needs to back away. He's not in a very good position in order to fight that Fizz. That so far is the only one who has a good day on the big cats. Top lane is losing. Bot lane is not losing, but certainly is not winning. So what do you do now? As Alaxitive is a Kindred, he requires kills. He requires minions, creep score. So I don't know if Alaxitive selected the best champion for how his teammates are doing so far.
Woo. Oh, as we see Flagoony with the max
double
range.
Okay.
Wow, max range ult there.
Charm the waters, incredible play. Now, no, John Cena, no, John Cena, please stop, under the tower with the 3rd kill in a row. You know, we were saying a lot the past game that Chovy was getting bullied. Now, Messupeverything is getting bullied on top lane. That Olaf is terrific. It's terrible. It's a nightmare. We are 6 minutes in, and the 3 kills that the big dogs have are all from that Olaf. Now, be careful because Messupeverything is hitting without CinnSesame, trying to go away. In fact, Alaxitive was just making out the presence, but he was put on the ground thanks to that aqua prison, and therefore he just back away. 6 minutes in, well, I mean 6 minutes and a half, 3-2, a very fighted game so far. But even so, that Olaf is 3-0 and it's minute 6, Pat. That is no good.
Yeah, that's gonna be real scary later on in the game when you have a fed Olaf just barreling at your Aphelios. And I don't know if Fizz will be able to handle him later on as the water prison getting in.
I mean,
Tropic sneaking into for a little lane gank here.
Now, Alaxitive receiving a lot of damage from the Drake, almost dying. Then came Drake, so thankfully he got help from Flagoony, and therefore he's alive for another minute for that little poor lamb.
Yeah,
7 minutes. Yeah.
And you mentioned it earlier about Kindred needing to pick it up for those kills, pick up those stacks. Gonna grab one there on the scuttle. I haven't seen her get much involved. See that she get much involved off her marks off the champions, but at some point you're gonna have to cash in on those.
100%. I mean, I'm with you, man. Now, almost in this 8-minute mark, 3-2. Very little goal difference. And now I wanna say something. Vincep is his own tower that is something good. At the end of the day, Ilaoi, it's great to make that farm when you're getting a little bit in an awkward position, either on top lane or in bottom lane. So now I think we will take some advantage of it. But even so, you were saying that Olaf is gonna be such a problem. If Tropic makes a good gang on the top lane, there you go, your tower. If Olaf is free by the 15-minute mark, Aphelios and Fizz are gonna have such a terrible time that I'm pretty sure the game is not even gonna extend to the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, I think the only one that's going to be able to deal with Olaf if this game continues to like drag on super late is going to be that Kindred or the Aphelios, and you got to really find a way to kite them.
Yeah.
And the only one that's going to kite them really well is the Kindred. Flagoony's doing a really good job of just pushing in the lane and then walking around and then just making it nervous.
And at the end of the day, mid lane is one of those positions where you want to gang, you want to rotate, so it's a very good idea to have this Fizz. Practically speaking, putting the fear of rotation in every one of the no Alaxitive, no. John Cena real shooting that rock and roll, hitting with Alaxitive in a need to put the last respite, but even so, the ultimate from Messup does apparently nothing. Now, Flagoony with the shield of the water, hitting that Joust team, getting the double kill, and they shut down from that Olaf who was 3-0, now 3-1. Even so, Chovy takes that first kill on the top lane. 4-4, excellent game so far. But now that top lane is not as scary looking as it was before. But Chovy is really on the game right now, at right this moment.
And Flagoony looking to really take down the Ahri, trading the playful trickster and the flash coming out from Chovy. As we saw a flash ultimate from Collusion down in the bot lane come out as well. So, fight everywhere. It's 4-4. It's bloody. We like to see it.
10-minute mark. This is the greatness of an all-star from New Mexico. You're seeing right now with your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, the best that the schools of this region has to offer. Hitting it up on the Summoner's Rift. Now with Aphelios hitting with that incredible stand now. Very good Q by Cena. Oh! Incredible moonlight Vigil. Vigil by Messupeverything. Lefting Gyuwon in a very accurate position. In a need to hit that hill. Probably if Alaxitive or Flagoony were on that bottom lane, that was a double kill.
Yeah, we see Flagoony kind of roaming down as the summoners get pinged out. Tropic's here to match it.
As the ultimate.
Does he have enough to keep him away from a
Ooh! Excellent Joust team! Here you go. Clear by Flagoony, but even so, hitting on that turret, being rooted, shut down by Tropic, and now Alaxitive need to go away with that turret, rooted by Chovycon with that charm, and now the 6-6. I think that Flagoony, as a little cutie dog, beat a very strong bone, and therefore his poor teeth fall down. 6-6. Right now, I believe that the big cats have a very good idea what to do, but they are overstaying and overplaying both in mid lane and bottom.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a ego challenge down there in the bot lane from Flagoony, but I mean, when you're 4-0 on Fizz before a 10-minute mark, why not? Like, why not have it? I think you gave up a little bit of gold. You didn't give it to a person that is expected to have a lot of gold. It went over to Tropic's Maokai, which is okay. But the no assist for the Kaisa and a little bit of gold for the Nami, I think it's okay to expend. At the end of the day, we like to call that worth.
John Cena really again bullying Beanstalk on the top lane. Thankfully, as we said before, those tentacles are a very good tool Beanstalk in order to answer both the minions. And okay, be careful. The wave hitting it up. Collusion being solved by Alaxitive. The second Drake, but at what price, man? At what price? He sold his support. He was helping him with the Drake. That is no jungle. That is no jungle pad.
I mean, if you get away, you get away. We saw Bean Soup win a good trade. You get the juggle. The support knows. At the end of the day, I'm just the support. So that's me to me. I'm an ADC main, so I at the end of the day, it's you know you're giving your life for the cause.
13 minutes in, 7 and 6, 20.8k. Oh no, Vince up hitting with the ultimate, but a little bit too late, a little bit too less. That leap of faith couldn't do absolutely nothing. Now Alaxitive hitting with Gyuwon. Very good position. Collusion receiving a lot of damage, but nothing to do. Hitting with a kill. Flagoony the upper side. Tropic trying to run away from the little dog, but there you go with your stick. Double kill for Flagoony.
End-to-end madness. A double kill for Alaxitive's Kindred in the bot lane, and a double kill. Oh, here comes Chovy. What a playful trickster. Misses the... Ooh. Almost got outplayed there. Oh, the TP coming in from behind. Is this going to be a late flank kill? Is he going to meet him in the bush?
It could be, could it be? Now, that charm that is failed now, they don't have any way to defend for himself. Flagoony with that shut down! 9 and 10, 40 minutes in. The poor CinnSesame is gonna be root. Alaxitive being put in the sky with that Aqua Prison. And the first tower of the whole game is going to fall for the big cats at the bat. Now, the thing is that team fights are looking pretty good for the big cats. And the big dogs have yet to organize a good one. Gyuwon with that double, hitting that kill. Collusion is dead. The tidal wave not hitting his mark. Alaxitive even mess up everything. Need to go away. That 3 against 2. The ultimate from Tropic, the Nature's Grasp, is not online. Now it is. They can hit it up. Alaxitive making it for a go. They're going for it. Hitting with that. Lamb's respite, but even so, it's so little too late. Flagoony hitting, taking it out. Gyuwon in a very bad position. Look at that damage! Flagoony is unstoppable, hitting that kill! Even as John Cena takes the life of that squid on the top side, little could be done on the bottom.
Left hook, right hook, left hook, right hook. Is anybody gonna stop the madness? We've got 11 kills going on here, man.
50 minutes in is an incredible game, Pat.
We didn't get to double digits until almost the 20-minute mark in the last game, and here we are, 11 and 11, 15 minutes in.
Make a wish.
I told you this was fun to watch.
11 and 11, you can make a wish, you know?
Yeah, I'll make a wish. I'm wishing we get to see more of this. It's just back to back, just one team fight you think ends, it opens up another one as we see a fight for the blue buff.
Alaxitive just going now. John Cena really caps it up. The Huntress. The good instinct by Gyuwon here with that kill. Flagoony trying to go away, but it's very little to do. He could even make for the show the waters. Even being self there in order to help him out if something goes bad. That shows the water. Kill up the right side. It did not connect. This is the moment where that Olaf makes his entrance. 5 and 2. Almost 17-minute mark. Mess up everything. Is not in a good position. It only has the Kraken Slayer against that Gyuwon. Now has a static chip. That, by the way, Pat, is in a very strong position right now as an item.
Nerf the item. I saw Summit play LeBlanc top lane in the LCS this week.
Yeah.
With static shift. So full AP LeBlanc with the static shift helps with the wave clear. It is almost an essential item on ADCs. Thankfully, we haven't seen tanks use it quite yet, but man, static shift, take it away, fix it.
Ooh! 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 CinnSesame did disappear in a second. That's the power of Flagoony. Now going for that Olaf. Half-life, looking to escape. He goes away, but a collision takes his life. John Cena has just died in front of us. Collusion died with that charm by Chovycon, but too little too late. The top lane and the support are dead, and that means the third Drake for the big cats. Or Or Trophy could steal it. Or Trophy could steal it, Pat.
I think that's what they're setting up. And it doesn't look like it's starting to burn down a little too fast. The Hex Tech already on soul point for the big cats. That Fizz is got some major damage going on.
Yeah. I mean, in the past game, yep.
That Zyra pick is exactly what we were expecting to see, putting out that field damage. Even if you are in an unstoppable for an Olaf, you can't stop the damage.
I mean, even if it's not damage, as Olaf, you want to make a wreck right on the backside. The thing is that in that moment, that Collusion with the Stranglethorns, you don't have a follow-up. Trophy cannot go. Gyuwon, Chubby, CinnSesame cannot go with you. So Flagoony trying to make good play, but apparently he's not searching for that backside. He's searching for Chovycon. No! W dead! Flagoony is dominating against Chovycon. Messupeverything is gonna run away. No. They hit him. They hit that Messupeverything. Flash trying to go to the dark side. That incredible Moonlight Vigil hit out with that Tropic that is just not going to fall down. But now, ooh! Speaking of, you see that duck? You see that duck? He just hit it up completely, man.
Just the damage is gone, and that is exactly the power of Zyra coming in, relieving some pressure for Messupeverything to kite a little bit more, to stay in the fight, and then the big damage of Flagoony's Fizz coming up. It was almost a one-shot on that Kaisa.
Oh, John Cena real alive again. Messupeverything. Nah, he messed up. He
messed up. And then Nami's the one that messes up by taking the kill.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good idea. John Cena was 100% gonna take that kill. It was no way around it. I think CinnSesame just was a little nervous. He just hit the after prison, but nothing to do with it. 14, 16, 20-minute mark. The big cats have the upper hand in goal, kills, and drakes. But even so, with that flash, Gyuwon takes the kill from Collusion. I wasn't telling you. Even so, I do believe that the big ducks have an opportunity to make a comeback. In order to do so, they really need good team fights. They really need to hunt down the enemy team. But the vision that they have right now is not in a very good position. They, practically speaking, do not know where the enemy team, where the big cats are in all time, you know?
Yeah, you gotta find some picks somewhere. Hopefully you get some picks to Olaf. They've got Olaf pushing the side lanes, which is good. But you really want to get some of that gold onto the Kaisa and hopefully force a team fight soon. Or if you get a pick, just recognize that you get a pick, as we see a little bit of the defense going on here.
Into grass, given Alaxitive, nothing to do. They were just trying to deter them for making that first tower in the mid lane.
Yeah, if that mid tower in the mid lane, the whole map opens up.
Messupeverything, hitting it. The Moonlight Vigil. John Cena really taking off of Messupeverything. Now, John Cena really hitting that escape of Flagoony. Takes his life in the last second, on the last minute. 21 minutes on. Flagoony hitting again with the .W. Gyuwon hitting, punish him. That Sonias will not do anything because shut down for Gyuwon. And now the Stranglethorns do absolutely nothing. I think that the big cats really got hungry that last play because I don't know what they're doing right now.
Yeah, they're really trying to bite off a lot more. They're trying to salvage, but you just keep giving more and more over to Gyuwon, who just picked up 1,000 bounty golds from that Flagoony kill, from the Fizz kill, and now they're right back in it. In fact, they have the gold lead. This is what I was talking about. Find the picks, make it happen, get the gold lead back, and they're doing exactly that.
And that's also a very important point. Aphelios plays like a Jinx. I mean, it's a little more hardcore Jinx, but it plays like her whatsoever. You need items and you need space in order to kite, and neither things are being given to Messupeverything. They're not giving them creep score, they're not giving him any type of decision. Look, every time Messupeverything is trying to make some damage, he's trying to kite them, they cannot hold them long enough for him to make that plays. Now, apparently, there's gonna be a fight for Drake, for the big cats.
Yeah, on the sole point as they fight over the Hextech Drake, they know that the big dogs know that they can't give this up, so this might be a good opportunity for them to win another big fight.
Johnson are really receiving a little chip damage. Be careful with that. This could be a very important factor. The Shamis fail. There is no initiation by that Ari. Nature Grass not hitting anybody. Almost passing back with nobody in it. And I just see Flagoony on the backside try to make an entrance of very good damage. They could be here. They could give that Rubio being invoked on the upper side. Flagoony hitting. Just teletransporting himself. Alaxitive going in front for it. He's still before them. He's still. And now the Moonlight Pigeon hitting all of them. But Tropic is in. Chovycon sliding that line. Mess up everything. A very bad position. Olaf taking all the damage in the world. Flagon is trying to run away. This is a very, very bad fight. But the big cats and the big dogs know it. Jumps here, really hitting up. Just making sure that Flagoony knows where he's going. That ultimate just gonna make active presence, but at the end of the day, the Drake is secure, but the kills are on the big dog side.
Yeah, this is a big team fight. That Nature's Grass that came out was a good one to clear everybody out, get yourself into position, maybe get a little vision onto knowing where everybody is. The Alaxitive Kindred Flash Smite steals it for the steal, but was it worth it though? Was it worth it?
I think the idea was, I mean, we have two problems. I think the idea was Alaxitive steals the Drake and we bail. You know, we just go away.
Yeah, that should be the call. Steal the Drake, get out.
And the other thing is that I think that for all the flowers and all the things that we have gifted Flagoony right now, the moment that he decide to use the teleport to be with his team, I think that he make a mistake. Flagoony was way more useful making an entrance alongside Alaxitive in order to do that damage. That when Alaxitive was receiving all the damage of all the team, he could survive, or even they could have 1 or 2 kills and therefore secure the team fight.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Flagoony stay on that flank side and then maybe toss the Chum the Waters over that wall to really secure that fight, because he's got all the damage. He's 14-2. He's got all the damage. Ooh, they're looking at a sneaky little bear here.
I mean, John Cena really has not teleporting himself. Careful, Nature's Grass hitting out. No, mess up everything in a very bad position. Charm shut down, but what cost? Mess up everything, trying to make a very good idea for himself, but doesn't have the ultimate. Now double kill for Flagoony. Chovycon is the only one alive. The Baron is secure. Big Cats have the greatest bonus of the entire Summer's Reef, and it only cost them the Ilawi.
Yeah, they're wearing purple one after this one. What a good call, though. You see that Olaf just pushing alone in the bot lane. Yeah, you lose tier 2 bot lane tower, but you pick up Baron, you pick up 3 extra kills. Perfect game call there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. It was a great play, you were saying so. Now, the big cats need to secure towers. I mean, there's only 2 tower difference for them, but even so, that Aphelios of Messupeverything has really not claimed that much towers from himself. It's something very important. At the end of the day, you really want that Aphelios to be the center of all damage, taking towers, being the terror of all the big dogs. And another important topic. I know that John Cena Real is top lane. At the end of the day, he needs to make the split push. But he's your best player. He's the one who's doing all the damage. You cannot account for him to be doing a split. He doesn't have a TP on himself.
Yeah, and I think that's what the big cats recognize. No OTP on the Olaf. We see him in the bot lane. We can take advantage of this 5v4 for a Baron, because even if we don't get Baron, they're going to pick up the kills. For them, luckily for them, they get both kills and the Baron, and now they can start a big push. It looks like they aren't going to 1-3-1 this. They're just all gonna kind of have Flagoony look for some picks, maybe get somebody else.
Drake 28-minute mark. 22 kills for everybody. 4 Drakes for the big cats. The next objective being the Elder Drake. An important factor that both teams require in order to secure the win. If the big dogs have it, they could reach the final 3rd game to fight for that championship. For that New Mexico Esports All-Stars. If the big cats have the Elder, it's 100% the game in the championship for them. So now the question arises, Pat, who do you think can get that Elder?
Yeah, I think this, if the team fight goes the way that it should go to the big dogs if you stand it up. But that Hex Tech Soul is huge. We've got Elder in about a minute, maybe less than a minute now. As we see the icon come up, we've got about a minute till Elder. That might be the big fight. Ooh. Topic found himself in a bad spot here, maybe.
He escapes, thankfully, thanks to Cena. Now, Tropic, I think, is doing a very brave play. He doesn't have that vision. He doesn't even have that lane push, bottom mid and a bot lane. It's a miracle that he was not hunted down by the rest of the team. And now
we're seeing Cena Real push the bot lane as red team coming towards the setting up position for that Elder. Exactly what they want to do. But do they account for Olaf being on the backside?
Alaxitive is a little far away. There's still 4 players here on the Drake's beat. Now Alaxitive is with them. Be careful, because Chovycon is going for the flank. Flagoony knows it. He's waiting just to use his ultimate in the last time, in the last moment. Neither team wants to compromise. They know that losing this Drake could mean the end of the game.
Yeah,
that both have fought so hard. Gyuwon receiving a lot of damage. Apparently, they're gonna go for the base. They could go for the base. Now they just wanna reach a little of the middle lane. Flagoony, on the flank. Again, the Dragon of this pit. Tropic and company just clearing the vision if anything happens. Apparently, neither of the teams want to compromise. They don't want to fight. They just wish that Drake could disappear. They don't want any compromise whatsoever.
Yeah, this is textbook jockeying for position, just making sure that you're
Flagoony
in the right spot. In a bad spot. It's Chovy.
No, Flagoony takes way too much in order to reach it. Now Collusion, Messupeverything is in a very bad position. Messupeverything trying to hit for that first kill. He helps take the life of Chovycon. Joining Cena Real hitting up, but it's too little, too late. Josiah takes that kill. Flagoony is alive. He's still alive. They could go for the Drake. Now Messupeverything doesn't have his ultimate. They need to stop the Drake. They need to stop the Elder Drake. Either that or steal it. Flagoony hits it. He stole it! He stole it! Flagoony being the real MVP of this game. Flagoony, without smite, without any ability in his kit to steal a Drake, stole the Elder Drake. I cannot believe it, Pat.
What a steal. What a game break. This game is still so even. Blue team, our big dogs still with a small gold lead, small kill lead as Baron is popping up. Everybody's going to be respawning as we probably have the same fight. A little bit more dangerous this time for the big dogs as the 2 people that you probably don't want to have the Elder Drake on mess up everything. Oh, he's the only one. Flagoony died, that's right.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you want him in that ADC. Literally speaking, Messupeverything could shrink their life in an instant. So if he has it, practically speaking, he's the new objective of the team.
Yeah, Messupeverything lived for so long in that fight and was able to get so much damage out and kite the Olaf very well. You see a little bit of disengage. Baron just...
Oh no! Okay, apparently He was the only one who has Elder Drake. I don't know why his team let him die, but there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now is the opportunity for the big dogs hitting, embodying like the big dogs they are. Flagoony trying to escape, just put a W. He's in the middle of a storm of dogs beating. And now Gyuwon is unstoppable. 29-24, and this could be the end for the big dogs if they know how to utilize their minion waves.
I'm trying to fight off a little bit more, but that was an excellent team fight. That's exactly what you want to see from Nature's Grass. Split the team up a little bit, hold them into place, get onto that jungler. 2 Barons still up, so there's a little bit of defense on, but they're pushing hard. This could be the end of the game. 3 seconds left on Alawi and on Aphelios.
No, Chovy. No, Chovy. Chovy staying way too much time. Your teammates, his team is already gone. Now, I want to say something. I don't know if it was miscommunication or was for mess up, but he, literally speaking, put himself in the worst position possible. First, outside of the Baron pit. Second, outside of any possible help from his teammates. And third, in the very presence of the enemy. If you are doing Baron and you know the blue team is just in front of you, you put yourself backing on the river. You back on the Baron pit, man. You don't back in front of them.
Yeah, I wonder if he just knew that he was caught out. There's probably some bad miscommunication there. I'm wondering if he didn't knew that he was kind of just caught out, overstepped into the wrong place, and obviously paid for it. And his whole team ended up paying for that. So costly mistake.
Yeah.
Still have 2 people wearing purple, so that's a good thing. So this game is still super even. Kills 29 for the big dogs, 24 for the big cats, but it is a 1.5 gold lead for the big dogs.
I think that we have said this no, that charm for Alaxitive, that could be the end of Alaxitive if anybody or the big dogs followed up that charm. But I think we have said this too many times, but it's the truth. Any team fight could end this game. It just needs enough kills for either team in order to just finish it.
Yeah, we're back to that point. We're 35 minutes into a game where a costly overstep like you do in the Baron pit could be the end of the game. It could be the end of the series, or it could be a game 3. I know Silver Scrapes are typically saved for game 5s, but we could queue up some Silver Scrapes if we wanted to.
I mean, we should. Now, Tropic. No, not Tropic. It is safe. He's a tank. At the end of the day, there's not that much damage they can do before he goes away. Collusion receiving that W by Gyuwon. And now we see it. 36 minutes in. The next big objective will be the Elder Drake in just 1 minute in. And the big cats have the pressure of the mid and bottom lane. The only difference here will be if Cena can catch somebody like Flagoony of Alaxitive in the jungle properly. He's not searching for them. He knows that he could sell his teams if he make a mistake. And right now becomes a question, Pat. Do you compromise and go for the hunt, or you wait for the trade?
I don't know. It should be interesting. With a second Elder lasting this long, his early Dragon Soul that came up, I think he wants the Elder. I think he wants to secure winning this game. Securing Elder means securing the game.
20 seconds. Messupeverything goes for base just to buy his latest item. If I'm not wrong, it was his Lord Dominic. Very important item taking account against Tropic and John Cena.
Yeah, and a very interesting build from Gyuwon.
Oh yeah, now
more hybrid AP heavy build that we typically see from like a mid laner, more so than the ADC. But I mean, who's saying that he's it's bad? He's 12-5.
Yeah, excellent so far by Gyuwon. Now, this is the last dance, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever wins this Elder could obviously win the game In the case of the Big Cats, they can win the series. John Cena Real on the left side. Careful, hitting. Very good Bean Soup. Hitting Bean Soup almost with half of his life. And now with that vision, they know how many of them are in the jungle. And they know now they can compromise.
I don't know
Chovy.
if they pinked out Flagoony. Yeah, they have vision on him. Oh, there, now they pinked him out.
They know where Flagoony is.
They know where Flagoony's out. So at some point, you've got supers crashing in on your mid-wave towers. What are you going to give?
You can kiss goodbye to that attempt of flank, you know? Now that you know where you are, it's a matter of time. John Cena Real trying to make a compromise. Be careful, mess up everything just on the left side.
Somebody's gonna have nobody.
No, Tropi making the compromise, hitting, taking that ADC. He's dead, nothing to do. Hidden by Gyuwon. Alaxitive is going to run away. Too little, too late by Alaxitive. And now, Flagoony and company's trying to go for it, but too much damage. Flagoony almost dead. Gyuwon on that goal appearance. Now, Flagoony dead, taken by Chovy. And Tropic just making his way around. Ultimate by Vincent, but nothing to do. This will be an Elder Drake secure by the Big Dogs, and with that teleport, this will be the GG.
And you stop the Ari from getting that.
Ooh!
Oh, what a charm that was! Ah, but it's not enough. Alaxitive's Kindred gets out just barely, saves the base. It looks like maybe that split decision was not a good idea. As Elder Drake is barely at half health. And he's at half health. The call is ADC jungler heading there. They're heading towards it.
Okay, they could steal it. They could steal it. Mess up everything. Do it the best he can. Take it off on Tropic. Nobody can stop them. The Elder Drake is for the team that literally is speaking. Died. Defended it. Now the Baron is theirs to take. 40-minute mark. I don't know what happened with the Big Dogs. I don't know why they didn't take the Elder way they could do it.
I thought they realized it was Chovy realizing with that TP heading mid, thinking that he could probably end the game, not realizing about the Elder Soul. All of the Big Cats wearing purple now, but miscommunication on the end. Was it an end? Go for the Elder? Who knows? At the end of the day, it proves to be a disastrous call for the Big Dogs.
32-28, literally speaking, we have more kills that minutes pass. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great finals for the Mexico State Esports All-Stars. And now the question is if this Elder could be the end of the Big Dogs, because now the damage that mess up everything and Flagoony do could be fatal for both Gyuwon and Chovy, the most important players of the Big Dogs so far. Even as John Cena Real has 8 and 6 and was the first to get the 3 kills for this team, I don't see him making that big of plays right now.
It's interesting to see them be kind of slow with the pushes. They have messed up everything in the top lane, trying to maybe even out some of the waves. But you have the Elder, you have the Baron, you have the levels, you have the gold. Gotta put your best foot forward at some point. They're gonna take the tier 2 on the top side and try to even out these lanes as they meet the next meet the inhibitor towers. All baroned up, waiting for supers.
Only one misstep, and this could be all. Gyuwon hitting Alaxitive, be careful, Gyuwon. Look at Flagoony. He knew it. He knew it. He was waiting for that only step further by Gyuwon in order to punish him, in order to take his life. Almost 43 minutes. Almost 1 hour. Almost half an hour, 15 minutes. Almost the hitting mark with everything could end. And the Big Dogs are hogging their base. They don't want to lose. They don't want to give it all. They don't want to give up. But it's so hard to be able to maintain their base after that Baron and that Elder Drake. I'll be quite honest with you. I think that Gyuwon will need to sell one of his items. I don't think that right now he's doing as much damage as he's needed, you know?
Yeah, I don't think so either. I would have liked to see him go more, as we see Bean Soup get caught out. Not really much off of the Elder or having the double big buffs. You have Elder, you have Baron. All you really got out of it was tier 2 top lane and tier 2 bot lane. I don't really know if that's entirely worth. You should be kind of pushing those inhib towers a little bit more. I know you're afraid to lose the game because you have an open nexus, but you have the double buffs. You can't be that afraid to go in for it.
Yeah, right now, this moment is do or die, and I'm 100% will let you say, you have an Aphelios that is, I mean, in his scoreboard it's not that great. He's 4 and 6, but in his build, he's doing great.
Yeah, he's almost full build. He's sitting on that stopwatch there. Late game Aphelios, we know when he's got the right weapons, he is very, very dangerous. He pumps out a lot of damage. And it seems like we've seen Flagoony's Fizz start to fall off a little bit on damage. He's not getting those Chum the Waters onto the right targets. He's only able to get them onto the Maokai and the Olaf. We see the pings come out a little bit for Elder, up in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Baron with a close timer as well.
Now, Aphelios has his complete build. Kill Force, Lord Dominic's, Guardian Angel, Immortal Shield Bow, and Kraken Slayer, and the Berserker's Grip, you know, because we all know Ain Drift is not complete without the proper shoes. But the importance in here is that with that Baron, I 100% believe that if they have just first mess of everything, he kept taking maybe even one inhibitor if they kept supporting it.
Yeah, you just give him a little bit of protection to get that.
Yeah.
Are we going to see 3 Elders, an unheard of 3 Elder Dragons?
We are. 100% we are. Only 50. No, John Cena. No, John Cena. If they kill him, it's over. If they kill him, it's over. He just goes away with his ultimate. Even Flagon is trying to reach him. But that Ragnarok was way too precise for him to escape. Now the problem resides in that John Cena I know, in 28 minutes, enough time in order to come back. So apparently we are going to decide who wins this game with the next Elder Drake patch.
A third Elder, an unheard of third Elder coming out here. We saw John Cena Real expending that Ragnarok and the Ghost to get out of there, and he's gonna get back into the fight pretty quick.
Oh no. Oh no. Very good ultimate by Flagoony in order to separate them, to make the separation, but it doesn't hit in the right position. Gyuwon, very far away, very far. He knows he cannot overstep because if they do so, that duck is gonna beat him hard. Now, the Drake has now begun. They feel the pressure. Maybe they're waiting for the minions to reach for the base. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I think they're waiting for an overstep here. I'd like to see Bean Soup step up a little bit, maybe take a chunk of the CC and get some breathing room in for these guys. But the more you sit and you take this poke, the more that it gets really, really dangerous for an Olaf.
Ooh, Chovycon now tangled with that threats. Now the problem resides in they didn't do nothing with them. They didn't do anything with them. And Chubby and company are ready there. No, Gyuwon, almost there. 1 second, and Gyuwon will be dead. Alaxitive receiving a lot of damage. Same for Bean Soup. Collusion and company need to go back. They cannot compromise no more. And now the 47 mark is just kidding. They just need time. They know it. They just need time. Flagoony apparently is gonna make steal. They're trying to reach for it. Alaxitive in. 7,000 of life, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000. John Cena Real receiving a lot of damage. They tried to steal it. Oh, he stole it again! What is Flagoony doing every single time, every day of the year? But that is a little bit too far. Alaxitive jumps in, everybody do the mess everything with that. What a kill for Messupeverything! He messed up everything in their life! 48-minute mark! He messed up everything and stepped out for the game that he was needed! And now they could finish it!
Wow, that should be GG. Mess up everything. The call, Flagoony comes in with the steal. The call is turn around and get much damage in. Mess up everything. Full health with a Moonlight Vigil coming in, picking up a Quadra. It's going to be a report Alaxitive for stealing the Penta, but that is GG for the Big Cat.
There you go. New Mexico State Esports All-Star Champions, the Big Cats, securing that win. Incredible game, and always fun. In the moment that the Big Cats took an eternity to make that Elder Drake, I was 100% sure we were going to reach the third game.
Yeah, I thought we were too. I thought that was going to be, there was a lot of indecisive clicking going on, and I thought, oh, here we go, game 3. But wow, Flagoony stepping up, huge.
Flagoony was the MVP. I mean, if Messupeverything was the MVP, it was only because Flagoony was there to make him do it. 2 Elder Drake steals. And I don't want to be that Maokai, man. I don't want to be that Maokai because those smites were certainly not on point when we're talking about the Elder.
No, and that probably comes what happens when you trade between jungler and top lane that we were talking about at the beginning of the game. Maybe it works out for the best, maybe it doesn't work out for the best. And miss smites. That's how you can lose games, miss smites.
What a phenomenal series. Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah. I mean, that was incredible, but I think that was all from our side. Incredible series, and congratulations for the Big Cats for winning the championship.
Yeah, congratulations out to Adam from Clovis, Alex from Gadsden, Daniel from Gadsden, Josiah from West Las Vegas, and Pharoah from Clovis. Congratulations on winning the NM State Esports All-Stars League of Legends game.
And every single one of these players are all-stars in their own rights. We appreciate everybody who is here to support New Mexico Esports All-Stars in all of its entirety. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at NMESP All-Stars on Twitter. And of course, make sure to follow your extremely talented casters going all the way to 2 maps, almost about 45 minutes each, at Oscar Caster on Twitter, Instagram, and I believe that's it, right? Threads too?
Yeah, Threads too.
Threads too. And then Coach Baca, if you know, you know. Any last words you guys want to say before we go ahead and close out the stream?
From my side, I think that only can say thank you guys for having me again, and I think that will be everything.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Oscar. Thank you so much. Amazing caster. Probably the GOAT of casting here for us. It's been a pleasure to have him help with the invitational, NMSU invitational. And then I want to thank New Mexico State Esports for hosting the All-Star Series that we were doing for all the games across New Mexico State Esports. All the high schoolers, the support. I know that not everybody gets to play in it, but being able to host and showcase the amazing talent that we have here in New Mexico. Thank you, New Mexico Esports, for that. And then from myself, I guess I know that Coach Mead and Coach Tony from Portales and from Los Alamos aren't here with us, but they would also like to extend their gratitude towards you guys. And I want to thank them for coming up with this amazing idea to put something like this together. So thank you, everybody. It was awesome.
It was always a pleasure being able to obviously have all this amazing talent from New Mexico. I'm very excited to see where this goes next year. Hopefully a LAN. We'll see.
Cross your fingers.
Cross my fingers for a LAN. But that's going to be wrapping up the stream. Thank you all so much for watching. And we will see you all next year for the New Mexico Esports All-Star Weekend.